Mater National Championship is very hard to judge on its own since it borrows quite a bit from the previous Cars game I reviewed, also developed by Rainbow Studios. At a passing glance, the gameplay and presentation of both titles seems almost copy-pasted, but if you look closer you'll see some elements received mild improvements, while others lost most of their depth. The biggest departure and biggest disappointment in my eyes is the change from a large, organically designed hub world to a sparse and frustratingly limited cardboard cutout of what is essentially the exact same area. Much of my enjoyment with the first game was aimlessly driving around the landscape for fun, seeking out cool new jumps and secrets. That explorative aspect is completely ruined by the vast number of invisible walls surrounding every corner of the new map. Whereas previously it felt like the map was designed as a sandbox first, with the racetracks drawn into it, this feels more like separate racetracks attached together with the gaps filled in. Driving controls are still solid. They kept in my favorite tilting maneuver, which is a plus, but the cars feel far lighter than they did previously. Every ramp gives me ridiculous air, the jumping mechanic went from a subtle hop to full-on kangaroo nonsense, and I feel less like I'm driving a car than I am playing with Hot Wheels. Unless I'm playing a karting game with items, I prefer my racing games to have more weight to them. Much of the soundtrack, both original and licensed songs, has returned, and they continue to get me hyped as hell for some racing. The visuals are a lot crisper and the colors received a nice boost in contrast, which looks good on the more detailed character models, but less so on the environments. The cars themselves benefit from the improved graphics, but the backgrounds look far more like a giant toy box than a landscape now. If it sounds like I'm being hard on this game, it's only because the first Cars game got it so right that any step backwards feels like a huge loss in potential. If you're looking for a solid but relatively linear racing game, this game will likely satisfy you. I can't say it's a game I'd ever want to return to, but I can see why a lot of people wanted me to talk about it. Cars still works way better as a game than a movie franchise, so let's hope that the upcoming Cars 3 game manages to pull off something cool. Thanks for listening, and I'm really not sorry about that fake out.